Good evening. The body believed to be that of popular social media influencer Anika Townsend, popularly known as Slickiana, was fished from the sea off the shores of a bathing beach in Reading, St. James this morning. Investigations revealed that the body had what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the back of the head. Reports are that about 9:30 a.m., a resident discovered the body floating face down in the water and summoned the police. Upon arrival, the police were forced to seek assistance from the Marine Police to remove the body from the water. A towel covered in blood and a female wig were also removed from the scene. An investigation has been launched by the Anchovy Police into the latest incident. And Mello TV News will bring you more on this developing story in subsequent newscasts. The Police High Command has condemned last night's murder of Corporal Oliver Mullings, who was gunned down in the line of duty on 3rd Street in Kingston Western Police Division. The Police High Command has promised a thorough investigation of the incident. Reports are that about 10:45 p.m., the corporal was among a team of officers who responded to a call from residents in the area. It is understood that a gunman engaged the police in a shootout during which both men were fatally shot. The Jamaica Constabulary Forces Chaplaincy Branch and Welfare Department will be providing support to the family members, colleagues, and friends of Corporal Mullings. Corporal Mullings is the second lawman to be gunned down in less than a week. On Saturday, 22-year-old Constable Brian Martin was shot dead at a wake on Ricketts Avenue in Kingston 13. 4 other persons were shot in the incident. Following the incident, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey expressed on behalf of the High Command condolences to the family, colleagues, and friends of the slain corporal.
Let me at this time express condolences to the family of Corporal Mullings, as well as to the men and women of the Kingston Western Division and the JCF on a whole, on behalf of the Commissioner and the members of the High Command. I said earlier on that there are some people who stand by and wonder why things happen. And there are those who cause things to happen. Corporal Mullings was one of those persons who decided that he wanted things to happen. And so he devoted his life to the service of this country. He was committed, as was told by Mr. Phipps, to his task, and in pursuit of protecting life, he was brutally killed by criminal elements. The JCF will not be intimidated, and the JCF will not relent from our responsibility to serve, protect, and reassure.
DCP Bailey also assured the public that the police will continue to work to pursue those that continue to use violence to intimidate law-abiding citizens.
And I can assure the public that the men and women of Kingston Western, Area 4, and the Jamaica Constabulary Force, we will continue to work to pursue those who seek to use violence to intimidate law-abiding citizens. We will support Kingston West in their pursuit to find those who are responsible for the death of Corporal Mullings. Yesterday, I went with the minister to the home of the late Constable Martin. It was one of the most difficult experiences for me as a police officer when I saw the brokenness of the mother. It was difficult, and any individual who has emotion and feelings could not, I had teary eyes yesterday. And in these 2 incidents, we see 2 individuals who have committed their life in serving this nation. Not only to serve this nation, but who wanted a better life for themselves and their family.
DCP Bailey further pointed out the commitment of the Jamaica Constabulary Force to ensure that those who seek to destroy this nation will be brought to justice with the support of law-abiding citizens.
This morning is a very sad and tragic moment for the police. We lost a very good officer near midnight last night, at work, on patrol, answering a call to protect people in the community, the citizens in the community, and he was brutally killed. I have to pause, and I met a number of your colleagues only yesterday morning at another incident where a young officer was killed in a brutal manner in a community base. They were at a community activity, and some terrorist kind of character just wildly went on a shooting spree at the citizens in that community. For the Ministry of National Security, it has been a very difficult week. Beyond the two police officers, we lost our chief internal auditor, also in a very brutal situation where it would appear criminals were seeking to extort him. So the concern and the grief is compounded by this atmosphere around us of wanton violence that is being heaped on our citizens and attacking our police officers at all in any circumstances. Today, of course, as I said, the focus is on Kingston West and the young officer, Corporal Mullings, a very good officer, well trained, and a brave man.
For his part, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, who also visited the Kingston Western Police Division, where he noted that the country lost a very good officer.
This morning is a very sad and tragic moment for the police. We lost a very good officer near midnight last night, at work, on patrol, answering a call to protect people in the community, the citizens in the community, and he was brutally killed. I have to pause, and I met a number of your colleagues only yesterday morning at another incident where a young officer was killed in a brutal manner in a community base. They were at a community activity, and some terrorist kind of character just wildly went on a shooting spree at the citizens in that community. For the Ministry of National Security, it has been a very difficult week. Beyond the two police officers, we lost our chief internal auditor, also in a very brutal situation where it would appear criminals were seeking to extort him. So the concern and the grief is compounded by this atmosphere around us of wanton violence that is being heaped on our citizens and attacking our police officers at all in any circumstances. Today, of course, as I said, the focus is on Kingston West and the young officer, Corporal Mullings, a very good officer, well trained, and a brave man.
Dr. Chang pointed out that the police face dangerous encounters on a daily basis by criminal elements.
This demonstrates the peculiar challenge our police officers face. You know, they face danger on a daily basis, especially in this very city which we operate, our capital city. Young men, young women, all committed to doing better for the country, working to ensure we have a safer space and that at the end of the day will be a better place for all. I want to use the opportunity to extend my deep condolences and sincere sympathy to all the officers here who are going through a time of grief, and in particular to the family of Corporal Mullings. His father was here this morning. He's a retired police sergeant. In fact, he's a family of police officers. He has two other sons serving the police. Shows his own commitment to law and order and to the institution of the country and the police force. In other words, a family of police officers. And, you know, we express our appreciation to him for giving his men to serve in this difficult job. And a little note here, because same here, it was only yesterday I said we were in what you call in downtown Frog City. And I can't help but go back to the state of young Constable Martin's mother. She's a total broke woman. Absolutely. I mean, she is in grief, a state that I can only advise her son, who is holding together, make sure she gets good medical attention, because her state was that anything could happen.
Several mourners attended the memorial service for Kingston Technical High School student Michion Campbell, who was stabbed to death weeks ago by a fellow student. The service was held at the Wildman Street Pentecostal Church in central Kingston. In attendance was Minister of Education and Youth Favor Williams and representatives from the Child Protection and Family Services Agency. 16-year-old Michion Campbell, a grade 11 student, was stabbed on September 29 while in a tussle with another grade 11 student. That student has since been charged with the murder of her schoolmate. Minister Williams, in speaking with our news team today, reiterated that this is an extremely sad situation.
Just identify yourself for me.
Favor Williams, Minister of Education and Youth.
All right, so today this memorial service for the Michigan. Talk to me about today.
Well, today at Kingston Technical High School, the classmates of Michion Campbell gathered with their teachers to just celebrate the memory of their classmate who died tragically at school in an environment in which all of our children should be safe. It is an extremely sad situation, and I know that all Jamaicans would have seen the videos that were splashed on social media. We're here in support of the family, but also to support the school community and to bring the message that we have to end violence in schools. I talked a little bit about the latest campaign that we have, Just Medsit, to end violence in school, some of the and all the initiatives under that program. We have to give our children the tools so that in the moment when they are confronted with that situation in which it's going to be required of them to pause, to say, what I'm about to do is going to be devastating, let me pull back. That's what we want to help our children understand.
Just this week, the Minister of Education launched the Ministry of Education and Youth's initiative aimed at ending violence in schools, dubbed Just Medsit. The year-long campaign seeks to shift the culture of violent confrontations and responses among children and students and equip them with conflict resolution strategies that are peaceful and healthy. In a Mello TV News follow-up this evening, Head of Police Area 1, Assistant Commissioner of Police Clifford Chambers, is reporting that detectives in Hanover have made headway in their investigation into the murder of a supermarket operator in the parish on Wednesday. According to ACP Chambers, 3 persons have been arrested, and investigative leads indicate that more persons may be involved. Detectives continue to pursue these leads. The motive for the killing was being established as robbery.
The police were alerted and has so far discerned that the motive appears to be robbery, though other motives are being pursued. 3 persons have since been arrested following investigative lead, and others are being searched for as we speak. Investigators are diligently proceeding with the investigation and will be relying on eyewitnesses, digital and forensic capabilities in advancing the probe. I must therefore ask that anyone with information that can further advance the investigation to immediately contact the police.
Persons with information can call the Green Island Police at 876-956-9200, the Lucy Police at 876-956-2333, Crime Stop at 311, the JCF tip line at 811, or the nearest police station. 36-year-old He Jing, a shop operator of East Mountain Pride Avenue, Kingston 6, was gunned down in a supermarket in Hanover in Orange Bay on Wednesday. The supermarket was robbed of cash, liquor, and other items. And Mello TV News will continue to track this developing story and bring you updates in subsequent newscasts. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is urging the public to take measures to prevent gastroenteritis and seek care early to avoid serious complications after a suspected case of death was reported from the illness. In a statement today, the Health Ministry said the matter is now under investigation. The Health Ministry reported that gastroenteritis causes irritation and inflammation of the stomach and intestines, resulting in diarrhea, more commonly known as running belly and/or vomiting. Both adults and children can contract gastroenteritis through bacteria, viruses, or parasites in contaminated or spoiled food, unclean water, or dirty hands. According to the Health Ministry, gastroenteritis can cause death, especially in young children, because of dehydration. The ministry is urging caution as cases of gastroenteritis are expected to increase in the cooler months of the year. Parents and caregivers are especially advised to pay attention to their children. The ministry advised that oral rehydration is the best course of treatment for gastroenteritis and has advised against taking any medication to stop the diarrhea or vomiting. Oral rehydration fluids should be used to replace water and special substances lost as a result of diarrhea or vomiting, the Health Ministry added. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Karen Webster-Carr outlined that other fluids such as coconut water, diluted fruit juice, and plain water can also be given. She also indicated that babies that are breastfed should continue breastfeeding. Sweet drinks are prohibited. If symptoms persist while undergoing the advised treatment course, persons are urged to visit their healthcare provider. And those are the stories making the news this evening. I'm Nicole Hales. Thanks for watching.